Canon has set the stage for a headline-grabbing reveal on September 9th, and all signs point to the long-rumored Cinema EOS C50, a compact, box-style cinema camera aimed squarely at the same creators who have flocked to Sony's FX3. The teaser itself is unusually revealing. A low-lit body with a prominent red record button and a front tally lamp, plus a flat, viewfinder-less top plate that screams Cinema EOS rather than hybrid mirrorless. The YouTube premiere is slated for September 9th at 3 p.m. CEST, with regional posts from Canon's social channels pushing the same date and language about something new. While Canon has yet to publish official specs, multiple reliable outlets and rumor trackers point to a 6K-capable full-frame machine that could undercut or outmuscle Sony's FX3 in key areas, and arrive just as chatter grows about a second-gen FX3 II. Launch context matters here because Canon appears to be timing the announcement to land right before IBC in Amsterdam, when the pro video world is paying close attention. Tech press write-ups of Canon's teaser note the boxy silhouette, the record-first control layout, and the tally lamp, all classic markers of the Cinema EOS identity. That, combined with persistent reports of a C50 model number, has pushed expectations beyond a simple firmware-freshened hybrid and into purpose-built cinema territory. If that reading holds, Canon is effectively drawing a line in the sand opposite Sony's compact cinema, darling the FX3. Sensor and imaging are the first big headline. The C50 is widely rumored to carry a new full-frame sensor in the approximately 32-megapixel range, not the R5 Mark II's unit, paired with Canon Log 2/3 and a claimed 15+ stops of dynamic range. A rumored triple base ISO design suggests Canon is optimizing for both daylight exterior work and low-light interiors without sacrificing highlight headroom. The higher pixel count is notable because it enables 6K capture and open-gate recording, giving editors more room for reframing, social crops, and VFX tracking from a single take. None of this is official, but the consistency of reporting around 32 megapixels, 6K, open-gate, and triple base ISO has made these expectations the center of gravity for pre-launch coverage. Video capabilities, unsurprisingly, look like the main play. The C50 is tipped for 6K recording and 4K at up to 120 frames per second, albeit with a crop at the top frame rate. Just as important is open gate, which uses the full sensor area and has become popular for vertical reframes and anamorphic delivery. If Canon pairs that with robust internal codecs and dependable thermal design, it would clearly signal an intent to own the small-body big image lane that solo shooters and boutique teams rely on. Early reports also point to weight under 700 grams for the bare body, which, if borne out, would make it one of the lightest 6K-capable cinema-leaning bodies you can build around a gimbal or FPV rig. Autofocus, ISO behavior, and monitoring tools will likely round out the C50's on-set feel. Canon's dual-pixel AF track record is strong in the Cinema EOS line, and with triple-base ISO on the rumor sheet, you can expect a camera that tries to be both clean and fast in low light while holding on to highlight latitude. Rumored dynamic range above 15 stops puts it in the conversation with the FX3, which Sony advertises at 15+ stops. That doesn't make them identical, but it frames the C50 as a peer rather than a step down. Body design and I/O are part of the strategic pitch. The teaser's flat top, visible mounting points, front tally, and that big red record button say Cinema Tool over photo camera that does video. If Canon keeps the body compact while adding pro touches, clean top plate for cages, articulating screen per some leaks, reliable heat management, and dual card slots, it will land exactly where many FX3 users live day to day. The rumor mill specifically mentions dual SD slots. If Canon opts for SD rather than CFX press, it will be positioning for cost and accessibility, with potential trade-offs in the highest bitrate modes. Even so, the upside is obvious. Media is cheaper and more common, which matters when you're rolling 6K for long stretches. Price and availability are still moving targets, but credible placeholders in industry chatter cluster around the $3,500 to $4,000 bracket for the body. That is exactly where Sony's FX3 launched in 2021, and it's where cinema-first compact buyers are psychologically ready to spend. If Canon hits that number with 6K and open gate, it will feel aggressive, especially if accessories and kits are sensible out of the gate. All of this, of course, exists against the gravity of the Sony FX3. Sony's camera remains a purpose-built, full-frame cinema workhorse with a 12-megapixel BSI sensor tuned for video, delivering oversampled 4K up to 4K 120p, 1080/240p, a fan-assisted compact body, 5-axis IBIS, excellent AF, and RAW output over HDMI. It is a proven low-light monster with 15+ stops of dynamic range, widely adopted across indie narrative, documentary, commercial, and creator verticals. In other words, the FX3 is mature and well understood, with workflows, LUTs, cages, and accessories already solved by the market. Canon's pitch must therefore be not just competitive, but compelling enough to switch. That brings us to the Sony FX3 II rumors, which complicate the calculus in interesting ways. Persistent reports suggest Sony is preparing an update with a higher resolution, roughly 24-megapixel stacked sensor, enabling 6K class readout for better 4K detail, potentially open-gate capture, and possibly internal RAW, or at least upgraded internal bit depths. There's even speculation about tech trickling down from Sony's global shutter A9 III, though that point is more wishful thinking than consensus. If Sony does deliver a 24-megapixel stacked sensor with 6K oversampling, 4K 120p, and improved heat management, the FX3 II would squarely answer the C50's resolution and open-gate narrative while keeping Sony's AF and ecosystem advantages intact. None of this is confirmed by Sony, but the rumor cadence has accelerated through 2025 and aligns with industry expectations that an FX3 refresh is due. So how do the three line up today? With one shipped product, one near-certain Canon launch, and one rumored Sony refresh. Start with the sensor. The existing FX3 is 12 megapixel by design, prioritizing large photo sites, speed, and low noise. That choice is a big part of its look and low light power. The rumored C50 aims much higher in pixel count, around 32 megapixels, to unlock 6K and open gate. The trade-off is that it must then prove rolling shutter control, heat stability, and noise performance that can hang with the FX3. While Sony's current FX3 remains the known quantity for reliability, color pipelines many teams have standardized on, and an accessory universe that already exists,